Alright, what is up everyone? In this jungle video, I'm going to be playing Briar the Vampire Lolly, and I'm going to go over everything you need to know to play this champion to the highest level possible. So for starters, this game I'm going to be starting W level 1 and I'm going to be starting blue buff. Always right click first into the auto attack animation to reset the auto attack. Also, you have one more chance to get another free auto just like that at the very end of your W. So when you're jungling, especially when you're jungling, it's really important to utilize all your auto attack resets as I'm doing here. Here, instead of smiting this, I'm going to just wait and try to use the missing health bonus damage, as you can see, to kind of help me finish clearing this. And here, you can just let it tick down. We're going to start E level 2 because it gives us most damage. And, you know, if you've been watching me, I talk a lot about how to efficiently clear and just really utilize those auto attack resets. Wait till the very end. You see how we have attack speed rune, so we're able to get that very last auto off, which is huge. Here, right click into the W animation, very important. And our W is going to let us just finish it off. So this game I'm starting top side because I want to kind of pad down. And when I'm padding down on Briar, I opt in for a full clear. And you can also jump from the wall over here if you want because of the range. You can just go like boom and you're just over it. So it's very easy. Here we're just going to W at the very end as well. We're going to E everything into that wall. The radius of your E is actually so forgiving. So you have a lot of freedom in that kind of regard. So here I'm going to just start the camp. I'm most likely going to smite when it gets lower. If someone tries to invade you in this situation, you always have your E as a defense option. But here we're not going to use it. We're actually going to smite once and auto there and just let it tick down. W here, auto, Q, and just keep autoing as much as possible. And we're going to go for that last bit of auto. You see the difference in your clear is huge if you're able to sort of really utilize that auto attack reset. Here we W to just finish it off, and you should have a general 320 full clear on average if you're utilizing your auto attack reset. So you're always going to be ready for crab, and that's the most important thing. Just be ready for crab. Here it's a bit spicy bot side. We could definitely go for a kill, but we're going to always start on the crab and then decide after that. And if we Q, we're always going to prioritize the crab, which is important in case Warwick comes, but we don't want to fight Warwick. We actually want to finish the crab. So here this guy's able to get a kill, but I think it might be... No, he's playing quite safe, so I have to think about it for a bit. What I'm doing here, I could have went in that situation, but I just think he's going to play really aggressive here for the next CS, and then it's easier to kill. So here, we're going to go now. I'm gonna ward and base and try to reset there. Honestly, I don't think even if I was level 2 I could kill him. He has QW. I was hoping he would commit hard for the CS, but the man was playing very safe, very smart. I respect it. So here we're gonna go top side. We're gonna start clearing our top side, and we just go back to where we started to full clear. Nothing really too special about how you want to play early game. If you get an early game play, like, of course I'm shining, I'm super thrilled about it. But if nothing happens, then I just go opt in back to how we usually play, which is just farming. So here I W into a Q auto into a W. It's really important. And then we use our E to kind of push back with the auto attack reset. Always let it tick down. Usually your passive tick is around, I would say, around a respectable 100 HP is when I usually feel comfortable with my passive ticking. So here the fight topside, I think we can actually do something now. I feel pretty comfortable if I was to fight here. Garen's moving too, so I think there's an option for us to kill. If Trundle doesn't die, I think Warwick might try to fight after. So my game plan is pretty simple here. I actually want to kill Warwick too. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to get that one kill. Briar level 1 is extremely strong. You're actually able to kill Warwick if you E time perfectly when he's starting to drop low. And that's always an option for when you're applying to fight a champion like Warwick. So there I know Warwick, he most likely base, but his raptors are on his second. This is his first raptor, so we're just going to opt in to steal it here. We're just going to eat it into the wall, and that should be almost a one-shot. With our passive burn, we can just wait and rely on that. to sort of tick down. And also bot crab is spawning, so we're opting in for that bot crab timer. So Warwick might end up going bot side because he wasn't on his raptor. There's a high probability he's just here. So I'm going to ping to let my team know. And I'm going to just act. I just want us to get vision. So I'm going to hit here because I think he's on this area. If not, then okay. And now I'm extremely puzzled about Warwick's mindset. I guess he just went top. So I'm auto attack with W reset to get that last hit. And your W does missing health damage, so you always want to kind of utilize that. Because Warwick's top side, we're actually going to opt in and just farm his bot side. There's no reason not to take his jungle. Taking blue and Grom, I feel like, are such good camps to steal. They're very easy. And for Briar, you're relatively safe when you're doing it. You can easily walk out this way, so you have a lot of escape paths, which is very important. So here I could R and we could dive. I think that could be a possibility here. I also think it might be hard if my balling isn't in a dive position. Because they're playing so far back and also the next wave is hitting, I'm just going to do the Grom first. But I might R in here because I think I could probably make a play. I can always eat the last tower shot just like that. You only need to hold it for like 1 second to really get that E damage reduction on, which is 35%. So you don't have to hold it the whole time. Just once the tower shot hits, the activation kind of occurs. Here I think killing him might be a waste of time because I already used my arm a bit low. He could actually try to kill me too. So I do want to heal up a bit if I actually go for a play. And Briar's just so very good at healing. So my goal is to get Stridebreaker on this base. And because I'm so close, there's no reason for me not to just full clear one side here, like what I'm doing, and just get my Stridebreaker after I finish farming. So I don't advise to stay on so much money, but this game, I just made a bunch at the very end of my base. So it's like, it's good to just farm this one out and then just base when I finish one side of my jungle. The quadrant's going to respawn eventually later too. And we're just going to be really happy with this base. I really don't want to fight right now. Even if they do something here, I'm like really about just basing because it's such an important buy. Personally, I don't think you should ever stay with more than 1500 in gold. Unless you're farming to a mythic, like a mythic spike. If you're getting close to your like upgrade your mythic item, or you're getting close to your next item component, then it's acceptable. But ideally, I think 1500 is like the highest. When you go to that gold level, you're just able to buy whatever you need for a good base. This guy's greedy. And I think I can kill him. We have Inspiration, we have Conquer. It's really good for fighting melee champs. Also, I think this champ can actually run him down. So I think he's going to base in that brush. And the good thing about Briar W, it prioritizes champions. So even if I just get this close, it's just going to give me vision of him, which I can just use to catch up to him. And I W activation. So your W, when you activate it, actually increases your attack range. So that's why it's so good to use at the very end. Just as they're out of range of your auto attacks, what you want to do is use the W activation, which it gives you extra attack range. So here, you're most likely going to hit that over just waiting for another auto if you feel like they're out of your attack range. That's something it's hard, people don't realize, so it's just good to remember when you have that situation where a champion's like, oh, he's just, okay, I can't auto him anymore. Let me just get this last stab in. And just W activation time well. Your E, I don't really use it when I'm jungling, like when I'm farming single target camps. It's just not ideal. It's more important to help me if I need to use it for my rage or something. Here, I think this guy's extremely diveable, especially with R already. I think he just has to press R there. So, thank God he R'd. Your E damage reduction is quite good for diving, and it's something you want to use at the end of the combo. You can also use that at the beginning of the combo if you want to guarantee it sort of hits for, it gives you that kind of stun angle. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to farm whatever jungle I can here. Also, I'm going to do something crazy, most likely. What I'm about to do is something like I don't advise you guys to do. I don't advise because this is called gambling your life away. But I'm a risk taker, so I'm going to just take it anyways. And we're about to see some magic happen. Oh, we're about to see some magic happen. Oh, indeed we are. Life is a game. You got to take risks to feel it. I think Zeri's probably over here. So I'm going to snipe for movement speed. Stridebreaker slow. I'm gonna drop the Herald. I actually think he's kind of strong if I fly. Oh, fuck. But I mean, the game's like, come on. Okay. I'm gonna E to buffer his CC. Just so I don't take that. You can always, like, if you see CC is about to hit you, use your E to buffer. And what I mean by, like, a buffer, I'm channeling it as I feel like this guy is about to CC. So if this guy's like, knowledge is about to R me, just use your E because it actually, it will go off no matter what. It's immune to CC. So when you cast your E, you're still kind of stunned, but you're always going to get that cast in. Here, I'm going to break his shield. And yeah, I'm just feeling pretty good. I'd rather go on the back line here first if I can. Remember, we buffer the E in the CC and we're able to get that hit as well. He's trying to run, but I think I hit that. If he's right here, you can jump over. It's quite interesting interaction. But listen, I have 4,000 gold. I am the team. I am everything in the game. I am light. I am dark. I am good. I am evil. I am win. I am lose. I am Slayer of League of Legends game. Briar. The Queen's Gambit. Here for boots, let's just think like critically. Like what boots do you think I should buy here? It's most likely a Tabby's angle. Let me explain something about boots real simple, okay? If it's ever more likely to... if you feel like it's more likely Tabby's is better than Mercs, always go Tabby's. Tabby's is... the games where Tabby's is good are so much better than Merc Treads. Because Merc Treads is very situational. It's hard to decipher like how good CC is because a lot of things are knockups. And knockups isn't gonna... like, it's not gonna get reduced by tenacity. So it's a bit of a bait, right? So you're more like thinking about like magic resist, right? Because magic resist is... it's what you're spending a lot of that money on. So we just think about that kind of stuff. More likely, I'd rather you guys make a mistake of buying Tabbies instead of going Merchants. Here, I don't want to chase that far. I think it's bad. But I might go for a wall over here. So jumping over like that, I angle. I should have channeled my E a bit longer. I might have been able to live there. But I was living a bit of an ambitious life. Don't be this Galen, really. I mean, this game is Emerald. And this is like the best of this is like the top, I would say 5% of League players. So if you see this and you think, wow, I can be better than that. That's a good mindset to have because you definitely can be better than literally most of the players. I feel like anyone in League of Legends can be Diamond at the very least. Like, I don't think it's a challenge to be Diamond. I feel like if you pick the right champion, you can easily become Diamond. Here, you see how I angle it this way because I think... okay, never mind. He's a genius, what can I say? Usually they run towards the brush. Then they do away from the tower. But R's like that, I don't really use... like, I don't really go for R's that I think are such a low probability. I think hitting R's on Briar, you see how I always try to, like, angle it in something like... I try to go for spots with my R that are hard to miss, right? Like, you want to make your R's as hard to miss as possible. So what I usually do is I try to go as close as possible before I cast R, because once people hear the sound, it's a bit of like a alarm. So people are literally hearing you the whole alarm situation. Ooh, the range on that. Once you smite, you can get a lot of move speed going. With Stridebreaker, your chase potential is huge. Your Stridebreaker gives you movement speed if you get any sort of physical damage. So once I get a bit of damage going, I'm able to kind of go in there. Here, we're just going to start with our Q into Stridebreaker, into a W, into an E to break our rage. But I think this tower could have been killed there. Remember, if some guy's coming, but I want to focus on the jungle camps, I can just Q like that, which is quite cool. Oh shit. And if you're in a situation where you're like, oh shit, something's about to kill me, just WW something to heal as soon as possible. WW healing is actually insane. It's huge value. If I had enough money, I'd probably go Sterix. Usually I go like Sterix into like DD with like Spirit Visage for MR. I think Spirit Visage when I go Bruiser build is really good for MR. And I find that to be like the most impactful for me. Here I'm just watching. If I need to R here, I can easily R. I would most likely prefer to finish this. Your W's in execute, always remember that. And this is actually a downtime in game. See, for you guys, this wall is actually harder to jump over. So if you want to jump over this, you have to angle like here. Comparative to like this one is easier. So I try to hit W over the wall from this side instead of going like here. The map isn't symmetrical, so there are like weird angles. So here is this example. How would I hit R? Let's go as close as possible if I wanted to hit an R. And then from decide where he's going. I think from here. Okay, it's kind of obvious. I was hoping Bully wasn't going to TP so I could actually show you how to hit Rs in easier situations. The trick to hitting Rs is it's more so that you don't want them to feel the threat of you till the R is about to hit them, you know? Like I don't want them to feel like, oh, there's a TP coming, so it's really obvious that I should run, right? Like that's obvious they should run. You don't want to R in that situation. You want to R when they're on tower, when they don't feel any danger, they don't see any champion on the map near them, and then you hit them with that R, and that's the easiest way, in my opinion, for you to hit it. Here I'm feeling a bit ambitious. I'm just gonna dabble a bit and see what's going on. I'm gonna E because the CC hits us, remember? Just E in advance when CC is about to hit you. I'm gonna R to buffer to keep the chase going. And I'm gonna E to keep myself going from the dock damage. And if I feel like I want to heal again, I just WW. That's like how I really play aggressive in that situation. Really think about that E. Buffer, like I buffer when I know I'm about to get CC. Because if you're not gonna be autoing, there's no reason to stay in the whole damage you're gonna be taking, right? So here I would be basing a Sterix most likely. And the trick is, for like jumping over walls, if there's a champion or a jungle camp on the other side of the wall, it's sort of like Camille E. Your range is increased to jump over walls. Like remember we jumped over like the Raptor wall earlier in this game? This wall is only possible because there's a Raptor there. Here there's a wolf, right? So I get extended range too. What do you guys think? Like, should I just Hail Mary and R down the lane, or should I solo Baron? I think I'll solo Baron Asher first. And for me, I feel like Emerald games are like the baseline for most League players. So this is like what you could be doing in your game, and I feel like most players are even below this MMR. And a lot of games like these, I feel like you just have to be concentrated on yourself and less focused on like your teammates, is how I play with this sort of mindset. Also, your Q doesn't really do anything to like Baron, Asher, or Dragon. It doesn't reduce armor to monsters that are super monsters like Baron. So I don't even bother really queuing. You're better off just not queuing these camps, saving it for like I only Q if I see like, oh, my aggro is being switched, so I Q to focus my aggro, and then I kind of combo like that. So here's the Hail Mary we're talking about. Let's just whip it out. Let me check my time. What time is it? Oh, looks like it's Baron. Oh shit. Anyway, I didn't think he was gonna kidnap me into like a dark place. I'll be back in 30. I was checking my watch. If there was no Nexus Tower, actually though, I think I could kill them. 1,000 damages was way too much. Also, wasn't the fact that Malzahar just suppresses me like some sort of fucking anti-suppressant. But these games you close out pretty simple. Like, yeah, when you are in... Remember, if you are, you can always E to get out of the taunt. Your R perma-taunts you on that one target, but your E changes who you're taunted to. So this situation, we'll just walk as close as possible. If they need me, but it looks like they're winning without me. It's really sad. And I did so much work. I just wanted to be a part of one last fight. Yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be doing different champions all the time as well, and updating you on the best builds and the best champions and how to play all the champions you need to do to climb. Good luck in your games. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.